Hey there, we're going to continue on with the silent fighter, both the continuation of the set. This is going to be movements 59 to 81 by how I count. Once again, I'm not exactly sure if I'm counting it properly because of all the little nuances, if you're making that an exact number in itself or not. But here we go, 59 to 81. We'll do the application right after that, okay? So we left off here. Back inside. Application next. Okay, application to silent fighter, my numbering 59 to 81. As you can see, there's a couple of bits to that first part. Let's just look at the first part being when I'm actually starting to zone out and turn like that. The idea for me is it's not just that I'm actually turning my back to this person, which might be unsafe, but I could be doing something inside here, and now I'm actually learning to turn and there's a groin strike, right from here you can see how that would bring him with an elbow and an arm bar straight into another set of strikes, that type of idea. Just from another vantage point, I'll move the same way here. Yeah, no matter how we were inside, right, maybe I'm trying to hit him, I close, now I'm learning, right, how to then close, maybe even with the leg bump, that type of idea there too. So just remember that the silent fighter's arms, of course, don't bend, but of course your other attacker could. So there's a good entrance for that, which actually comes off of Empty Hand Anyo in NSI as well, Modern Arnis. Of course, spinning and kicking like that can also be used to gain time and distance and perhaps tool acquisition and deployment. We'll see if my old bones can handle this. So view into this. So once again, engaged in this capacity, I could spin and kick him. As I do, I then gain time and distance, hopefully coming up with tool deployment or just making like a tree and getting out of there. For those of you who don't want to roll on the ground, shockingly enough it hurts, Mr. Worden got me with this plenty of times, and the fact that he could do it more than once shows you, I guess, a lot about me or him and his skill. Hopefully not me and mine being low. But however we were engaged in close like that, he would often come out with a quick hit. It was just like he disappeared. Maybe even that there was some punching or something like that, and the next thing you know, he was able to launch that quick spin and kick into the low line region like that. Whether he was gaining distance or not afterward, it certainly both extended my knees and buckled me in place quite effectively. Again, with that idea of the footwork, thinking a little more three-dimensionally, he could have me in a twist lock or whatever you call this kind of lock, right? From the lock itself, he could go to try and hit me. Well, now I'm closing and striking him, but as I do so, I'm learning to contour my body as I'm moving in, much to the same kind of thing that we were talking about before. You can actually do that and come out with a twist lock yourself, because as I'm trapping this hand with my body, I then tweak this hand for my own twist lock and come out with it. Just another Gucci thing you can practice, but that footwork is exactly the same, just a little non-traditional. Okay, the last piece now. If you train with me, or if you train with us, you'll know that we're big on 360-degree movement. If I'm doing an arm bar or something like that, I'm always moving that to the person so I can see who's behind me, checking my six, whether that be a lock or a control or something like that, or even just in the movement for acquisition and deployment. I'm always trying to turn to see and make sure I know my entire perimeter. So of course that comes into play here. You're doing a whole set on the wall, of course a stationary object really, except for that immovable stand, which is excellent. So of course, you might want to actually turn. There's a groin strike and then straight into the elbow. Well, now I'll bring that arm bar because there's a second attacker coming in, that kind of idea. Or of course, maybe I'm just doing that guy and getting him back and away to now move in and engage with this fella. Then of course tactics, try to stack my attackers, right? I mail that one in and have them line up so that I'm dealing with them one at a time. I mean, you can see where technique will come into play with your overall strategic plan.